It's good. Let's talk about it. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. What's going on, y'all? Hit the likes, smash that subscription. We're going to talk about it. What up? Oh, Mill, what up? Big Jersey in the building. My brother. Assalamu alaikum. Nah, that horizontal, the the shits pop up and disappear. I don't get this. I can't read none of y'all chat if I do it sideways. That sideways shit, I'll do that shit some other time. Let a few more people get up in here. I'm good. Ice Spikes attacked in a McDonald's in Hollywood. Let's talk about it. This is the corny shit. This is why celebrities isolate themselves. This is why celebrities be on bullshit when fans approach them because of incidents like this. Right? She and Ice Spice is sitting in McDonald's with her and her friend minding her business, right? She's eating her meal, chilling out. She got her hoodie on, so apparently she's low. A female walks up to her at McDonald's, started coming to her table. Ice Spice was like, you probably see me over here eating. I don't really know you. You know what I'm saying? Words go back and forth. Shorty attacks Ice Spice. But one thing Shorty wasn't ready for was the response that she got from Ice Spice, because that South Bronx came right out of her. I'm not gonna lie, Ice Spice held her shit down. It's footage and all that. You know I don't do the reenactment footage, so I don't get flagged and all that. But it's footage. If you want to go look on the internet of Ice Spice getting busy, she held her ground, stayed 10 toes down, didn't let nobody just violate her. But I think it's kind of crazy. It's like, yo, for people that look at celebrities on a higher level and stuff like that, we are regular people just like y'all. We are regular people just like y'all. We're going to react the same way you would react if a stranger walked up to your table while you was eating your meal. What be going on in people's mind, bro? It's okay to be a fan. It's okay to be fanned out, but you gotta have a certain level of respect when you approach people, because you gotta understand, you don't know what a person's going through. You don't know how that person's day is going. You don't know how nothing's going, but you're gonna approach a person's table because she's a celebrity. You wouldn't approach nobody else's table if she wasn't Ice Spice. It could have been 100 different people in there in that McDonald's. You would not have approached that restaurant. You felt comfortable doing that because she was a celebrity, and that was dead ass wrong. Or whatever Shorty got, and whatever Shorty got from Ice Spice, and whatever she get, she deserve it. Y'all people lose y'all fucking mind out here. Why the fuck are y'all walking up to people's tables because they're a celebrity? She's enjoying a Big Mac just like anybody else would enjoy a Big Mac. When are you doing the Ronnie Henson? I need to tune in live. That's 30 years of history, stories, changing moments. Real soon, Mel. Real soon, Mel. I got you, bro. I got you. I'll DM you on Instagram before I go live. Man, you know that's gonna be crazy. You know that story is gonna be crazy. You know it. How about T.I. son again? Shorty didn't even when Shorty threw a hit at Ice Spice, she didn't even connect like that. She didn't even connect. But one thing I'm gonna give a little Ice Spice a little advice. When somebody's standing over you, when you sitting at a table, always get up. Don't let nobody talk over you, standing over you, because they got the right of way. You got to be on point just in case to defend yourself. You know, you jumped up and popped up. Ice Spice went South Bronx on him. She started walking on every table in McDonald's to get to Shorty after that. She didn't have no security with her. She had like it looked like a token white girl, like a neighbor or something, that they went to McDonald's just to have a quick bite to eat. And it got out of hand. And then what was crazy, this is the thing, this is why I can't be in public places. It was a nigga that was trying to attack Ice Spice too. He must have been on the other side or something, but you trying to attack this girl? What are y'all trying to attack this girl for? People are really bugged the fuck out, and that's why people die violent lives. Now, if she was licensed to carry and pulled out her firearm and killed y'all, she'd be in the wrong, right? Stop doing dumb shit, and y'all bitch ass niggas, y'all stop walking them, getting into females' problems. If that girl attacked her and she's trying to defend herself, you stay out of it, because you let that happen as a grown-ass man. She wasn't approaching as if she was looking for trouble. Exactly. Man, that shit crazy. Yeah. Yeah, she got busy. Ice Spice got busy. She got busy. She got busy. She didn't just let somebody just do that, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that, you know, she didn't have no security with her, but, you know, she got busy. Darnell, what's going on? My man Skittles. But yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. And I'm not gonna say being a hip hop artist is one of the most dangerous jobs, because there's way more shit that you can be doing as an acapella that's more dangerous than being a hip hop MC. But it's one of the most, let me see, what's the word I'm looking for? Annoying jobs. It's annoying because people don't think that you're a regular person. The shit that y'all do as fans is fucking annoying, man. Y'all see a nigga in a restaurant with his kids and his wife in the wall. You don't have the decency to wait till he finish his meal, or even ask a waiter or something like that to, like, if you think it's possible, we can take a picture or an autograph. Y'all just come up to a person's table. Y'all, it's etiquette. It's fan etiquette. It's a such thing as a fan etiquette. You gotta have etiquette to be a fan. People don't just, even though they celebrities and they love your support and all that, people just don't want you walking up on them like come on, y'all gotta have some fucking respect. The video is on Academic. I don't know what America's getting to with these fans need, but this shit is getting out of hand. Nobody slapped fire out of Ice Spice. Shorty, she didn't even connect. High risk, low reward. Exactly. It's disgusting. Whoever's in here, hit the double tap. If you on a mobile phone, double tap. You know what I'm saying? Even on your TV, double tap. Send these likes up. Yeah, people are crazy nowadays. Chick said Ice Spice was rude. Why they didn't show that part? No, bitch, you're rude walking up to somebody's table and you don't know them. I don't give a fuck if I was Michael Jackson. Don't walk up to my table asking me questions and all that. Like, people are weirded out. Me being a celebrity doesn't grant you access to me. And this is what's fucked up. Just because I'm a MC, rapper, star, actor, whatever you want to call me as my status, you shouldn't feel like you are I'm obligated to accept how you approach me. Like, people be weirded out. She ain't in there with security. She don't know you from a hole in the wall. Say hi. I like your music. Appreciate it and keep it moving. People don't know how to do that. Y'all feel that a person owe y'all something just because you might buy a record or something like that. It ain't about being mean. It's about people having respect. Yeah. If you and I don't give a fuck where you at in Los Angeles, if somebody asks you where you from, it's some bullshit behind that. There's nobody asking you where you from and there ain't no static coming behind that. Especially if you don't know a person. You don't know that girl from a hole in the wall. Fuck you asking her where she's from. People are bugged out. Any more stories about the Saturday? Maybe. I told y'all once a week, I'm gonna take a question from the comment section and I'm gonna respond to it. I'm gonna respond to one tonight. How many rappers got killed at this point? Celebrities, stupid shit, not regular. Yeah, yo, bro. Since the thing that happened I'm surprised she even sitting in a restaurant, any kind of restaurant, since the shit happened to PNB Rock. See, as celebrities, we gotta be mindful of everybody is not like us. It's niggas out here that's on demon time and on bullshit and on negative time. So you always gotta, that's why Nipsey always says stay dangerous, because if you stay dangerous, that means you got a certain level of awareness around you. A certain level of awareness around you. Word, you gotta have a certain level of awareness around you. Good looking, Jamil, definitely positive internet energy. You think Cam about to jump in the wrestling ring for the stunt fan? I think Cam about to jump in the ring for the bag and for business. Congratulations to Cam to all his endeavors. I don't see no negativity in what he's doing, man. He's just having fun, man. Life is short. Did you hear on the Danza project? Yeah, yeah. I seen you else. We'll talk about that a little later. Yeah, I seen it. See, these interviewers, they try to bait you to say conflictive shit. That's why I don't think besides me doing my platform, I'm not doing any more interviews unless you paying me. If you want to have an in-depth conversation with me, you're gonna have to pay for it, because I see what a lot of people try to do. They try to, like, if you're gonna question the integrity of if the person that you interviewing, why even have them come sit up on your show? I'm not gonna make myself look bad misinforming you. This is what my platform was built off of. Positive information. You've never came up here and hold one flaw or anything incorrect when it comes to information I'm giving to you, because you can go research it yourself. It's just that when it come to me, it's always been hard for people to give me my props. They can't just say, like, I'll get into that a little later, but it comes with the territory, man. It comes with the territory. Yeah, you gotta read the comments. You can't just let the chat. You know, I know people be having a million subscribers and they can't read the chat, but you know, it ain't that many people that I'm not gonna try to, you know. Why was you quiet? What you mean? Why was I quiet? I know seeing firsthand some plays you made happen, right? Let's not even just talk about the plays I made, right? Right, Mill? That's my brother in there, by the way. Almost 28 years. That's been my brother. Jamil, been my brother for almost 30 years. He's also a fellow Muslim too. Right? Shout out to the whole Guppy family. Shout out to my man Rad Kingpin. Shout out to the whole Englewood, Teaneck, New Jersey, right? Let me tell y'all, when I moved to New Jersey, I was embraced by the right people, right? Jamil is one of them, right? And just by knowing me as being a good person, if you know me, you know I have resources. I remember a time where I can y'all hear me? Put a pile up if y'all can hear me so I can get back into the story. Audio went out. Is it better? I can hear you. You can hear me? Y'all can hear me? All right, cool, cool, right? I remember one time my man Jamil picked up a certain person, right? I think they were stranded on the highway or something because my man Jamil have a tow trucking business back then. I don't know if he still does that, but that's what he was doing back then, right? And the person might have thought because of who they was that they got the treatment that they got because of who they was. And one thing I love about my man Jamil, he let the person know, like, nah, this ain't nothing. This, cause I'm my brother. This is the reason why I'm doing this, and this is why you getting these services. It ain't because of you, who you is, or none of that. It's because I'm my brother. And I was glad that my brother was able to value our friendship and let people know that sometimes it ain't what you know or it's who you know. And I've always appreciated that about my bro Jamil. You know what I'm saying? It's always been love. You know how you can move to some place and it's hard for people to accept you. People might not like you. I didn't have that. I really didn't have that problem when I moved to Englewood, New Jersey. I didn't. Yeah, LA don't get no points for that. But it's always, now the audio's on delay. Can y'all hear me? But sometimes it ain't who you are, it's who you know. I think you should get on Wallow and Gilly. I would love to go up on Wallow and Gilly. You ever thought about doing? I've loved to do music with anybody that want to do music with me. I always been that type of artist. That's why I've always, been so cool with everybody, man. I don't have no, I've never looked at no nigga as no competition. We all dope. We all kings in our own right. Now, if you want to compete with me and put me in a competition zone, you're going to get your ass burnt. But other than that, everybody to me is equal. I don't call nothing whack. I don't move off of that. I can tell by your demeanor that you are the type of person that gets along with others. Yeah, I know. I love to get along with others. One hand wash the other, both hands wash the face. But yeah, but that incident with Ice Spice, that was foul, man. Man, to fans out there, have a certain etiquette when you walking up on people. She might have been having a bad, shitty day. Just because she's Ice Spice don't mean she has to be nice. She don't owe you to be nice. She don't owe you to be if you approaching her in a certain mannerism. Remember, you only gonna receive the energy that you put out sometimes. And by walking up on a person that you don't know, asking them where you from and who are you, you know exactly who she is and you know exactly where she from. So Shorty was all the way out of line and pocket and trying to play the victim. What she was looking for, she definitely got. And any amount of money, I bet you she tried to sue Ice Spice. This is the type of shit we gotta look out for as celebrities, because people be looking for a straight come up. People will take a ass whooping from you just to get a bag off of you. And 9 times out of 10, they know nobody don't want to go to court, so you'll just get a quick settlement for being stupid. People are just so outlandish out here, boy. Ice Spice is a Bronx baddie. Any way you could contact me, yep, hit me on Instagram at the real Uncasa. Yeah, and you can tell like they took her out of character because she went right back to the Bronx. She went right back to the Bronx. Shorty tried to pop on and she dodged and she didn't even connect. Ice Spice started walking on them tables like she was king, like she was Godzilla in a movie stepping on buildings. Shorty wasn't happy. She was ready to get. Ice Spice was ready to get it on with the nigga too. Like this is the thing, man. Like I don't suggest nobody to go out in public places as at a certain status without security. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. It's about getting home to your family, man. And people out here is out here doing outlandish shit. It's a low frequency going on the earth. I don't know what's going on, but it's been a lot of death and a lot of low frequency shit going on. You're very handsome, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Ice Spice stayed down though. Respect, get home safely. That's a fact. Her first mistake was being in McDonald's. See, I don't even think it was a mistake because it was like, yo, at a certain time, like when you can't let your hair down and go get a simple a cheeseburger from McDonald's, and you got to worry about somebody attacking you. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. And due to the social media, people are willing to try you and lose your life. What if Ice Spice was a licensed person and felt threatened and got scared and pulled out a weapon and killed that girl? Everybody know. I don't give a heck where you at in LA, Hollywood, Compton, South Central, Long Beach. I don't care where you at in California. Anybody asks you where you from, it's a problem. Everybody know that. Where you from? What hood? What you claim? What hood? Don't ask me that. People should be able to go where they want to go. Can y'all hear me? There's people texting me and stuff. Somebody put a pie up. All right, cool. Did you lose a lot of records when Jewel Studio got raided? I lost over 100 choruses and like 70 songs. I lost a hell of a. That shit discouraged me for years. Losing that music. I'm glad we was able to put out the Skull Gang mixtape and y'all get a taste of what we had. We had a whole album inspired by the Chronic called East Coast Chronic, where we rhymed off of West Coast inspired beats. We duplicated Snoop flow, Dre flow, everybody. Like, we really, yo, we had some shit. So like, I lost niggas' careers. And that hard drive, all that auto tune, all that melodic shit, I had over 50 songs of some incredible shit that was going to shoot me into another stratosphere. But you know, like, Allah makes no mistakes. So you know, what's cap? You my favorite unemployed streamer, sir, for real. Social media get folks mental issues bugging, yeah. Where's Khalifa on withdrawal? Where he quit weed? What's the word, bro? What we talking about? We talk about Ice Spice getting attacked in Los Angeles. I hope she good, because it could have really got dangerous. She could have lost her life. The other person could have lost their life. Why was she at McDonald's eating? You know, she probably thought she was low. You know, people think because they're in different atmospheres, they good. She thought, you know, who wouldn't think they would be able to eat in McDonald's in Hollywood? Me being all over the world, I just know how people play. No matter if you're on Hollywood, I don't give a, people get wicked any place. People can get wicked in the church. People can get wicked in the masjid. They definitely won't get wicked in a McDonald's. That should look unconstant, a clean face with just the mustache and braids. Real clean now Harlem flow. I appreciate that. They dreadlocks though. My shit is locked up. I appreciate that though. Thank you. That girl that attacked her shouldn't go to New York for a minute. Yeah, it's unfortunate that as human beings, due to the fact of our occupation, we can't be ourselves. It's sad. She said, I'm single. I just seen your DM. I'm gonna hit you after I get off of live. I want you and Cameron to get back in the studio. I would love to get back in the studio with Cameron. So, you and Joel's gonna patch things up. All right. So I'm trying to, even though it's too wide. So, you know, people been asking since the Danza. People been asking since the Danza interview, why when he was asking them questions about me, why was it so awkward? I can't. All I can say is, I'm gonna be transparent, and I'm gonna just talk about a chain of events that came to me and Joel's fallout, right? Around 2017, something right around there, 2016, 2017. We is in the studio, you know what I'm saying? At this time, shout out to Yandy. Yandy had a studio in the Bronx that she invested in, and you know, Joel's used to, this is before Joel's ain't have his studio intact at the time, so he was renting Yandy's studio out. So we would go there, record, you know what I'm saying, vibe out, and you know, just to stay out the streets and, you know, stay active. Right? Nah, man, I'm gonna do it in a classy way. That's why it's positive internet energy, right? To make it clean, the fallout was some petty shit that nigga should have never fell out over, right? And I regret falling out with my brother. I regret. Out of any relationship that failed, I wish that was a relationship that could have flourished into a great brotherhood, because I love Wells. I have a great respect for his family. I know his entire family. And I have a love and respect for the James family. LeBron, DeMar, Twin. I haven't spoken in 20 years, but I have a great respect for Twin, because he always kept it solid. And everybody has their own ways and shit like that. Everybody got their shit with them. But Twin is a solid nigga. He's a solid nigga. Cause I always want to talk about the positive shit that niggas did, right? Now, I remember it was a show in PA, right? And I wasn't even booked. I was just going along for the ride, right? And I guess somebody backed out of a performance, and Twin walked up to me and he was like, "Yo, you want to perform before L's come out?" Cause they one of the artists that they had to open up reneged or backed out of the performance. So I'm like, word, yeah, I perform. He said, yo, they got some bread too for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, for real? He gave me like 2,500. This one of my first shows I ever got paid for. It's 2,500. I go to peel him off some money. He like, nah, that's you. I'm like, you sure? He's like, nah, that's you. And I'm like, you for real? You sure? I got something for you. Like, I wouldn't have made it without. That's you. And don't matter what me and that man ever went through, any disagreements, I've always held a great respect for him for that, because he could have kept the money and didn't even say that. I just want to rock the show anyway. That Diplomat album had just came out. I was all over Smacks, this, that, and the third, Purple City tape. So I would have just did the show for free just to get some rec. But I made a bag that night and he ain't want nothing from it. And you gotta respect a nigga like that that's not in your pocket or even trying to backdoor you on no bread. Me and Jewel's fallout, I want to make this clear, was definitely, I want to let people know, it was not over no financial, no money, no nothing. Nothing that has to do with rap shit. Misunderstandings where in due time, maybe we can have a conversation, but it was some real petty shit that I don't mind sharing, that I laugh at now, because I was like, yo, that was some petty shit, and shit happens. You know what I'm saying? But that's the best thing I can really tell you. That's the fact. Twin solid. That's a fact, man. Twin solid. That's a fact, right? So, like I said, we was in the studio. Memorial Day was coming up, and Els was like, "Yo, we going out to Miami. We gonna get the boats. We gonna dock the boats behind Diddy house. Shout out to Diddy, free Diddy. Have no problem with that man. I've always supported him. His business is his business. Like I said, free Diddy, right? Els was like, yo, you coming to Miami? So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come to Miami. You know what I'm saying? And and as you think back, you be like, yo, bro, niggas fall out over the most clownish, like simplest shit. But emotions and timing is everything, right? So, long story short, he like, man, you ain't coming out. You don't like to go nowhere, You ain't going out the mine. I'm like, nah, bet. He's like, if you get the tickets from Twin got the hook up on the tickets. So I'm like, and this is go back to another solid situation with Twin, right? So I'm like, so Jewel, he ain't put me on the spot, but he was really seriously seeing if I was gonna go. So I'm like, yo, I'm going. That shit gonna be lit. Niggas gonna dock, have a party boat, the boat, me, everything. We might as well get, get some footage, let's take advantage of the moment. So he like, yeah, so we planning, whatever. So he like, yo, get the tickets from Twin. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, yo, Twin, give me 2 tickets. I'm gonna bring my man 12 with me. He said, word, you gonna bring 12 with you? 12 can vouch for this. He was like, yeah. So I was like, how much the tickets? He was like, round trip 250, 500. So I'm like, I ain't bet. So he was like, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna get the tickets. You pay me when y'all get to Miami. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, all right. Solid. Nigga wasn't even on me for the money for the ticket. That's why I'll say, yo, whatever discrepancy me and you got, Twin, if somebody send this to you or share this to you, I love you, my brother, you my nigga. It ain't really nothing. I still got your hoodie with the patches to this day. All that. It just like, you my nigga. And I'm gonna tell this in the most positive way, right? So 20 ain't even make us pay for the tickets right then and there. So long story, a couple of days go past, we all go to Miami. Me and my man Twin, we pack our bags, we go to Miami. First night, everybody out there, shout out to Black Dawn, bounce everybody. They had like a condo over somewhere on Collins Avenue, went over there. The old block niggas from Chicago was with them. You know, we had a beautiful time. We had a beautiful night. We had a beautiful night. Right? I started dancing on top of the bar. This is when Juelz had just first dropped that joint with Bobby Smurda and Rowdy Rich, the on my ball strip, the joint he did with D-Viz. They had that joint popping. I was dancing on the bar and all that. You know what I'm saying? We had a ball, right? So, you know, this the first time I think first time my man 12 is like around that type of atmosphere, like to be around it. So he excited, he having fun, you know, got a bunch of money, young little rich nigga. And so the next day, like 7:30 in the morning, Twin calls me. He like, yo, come meet us at the condo, cause we leaving. The boat dock, for the boat dock, if you miss the motorcade, you ain't gonna know where to come. So make sure you there early in the morning. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, yo, it's gonna be lit. Let's go get some champagne. Me and Twin got, me and 12 got some money. We'll buy a case of champagne, whatever. Let's get it. So that was like 7:30 in the morning, right? So, you know, a few hours go past. We headed to the crib where everybody at. You know, everybody chilling, whatever. Everybody, you know, smoking and pre-gaming, saying how the day gonna be and stuff like that. So, so yeah, we get to the condo, everybody chilling, smoking, whatever, and people start dispersing, like everybody just start walking like two by two, one by one, like say it's 15 people, it's down to 10 people, then 9, then 7, then people, then it just actually just me and 12 standing in the living room. So we rolling up. So we like, yo, where everybody going? Right? So where everybody going? So now right now we there. Before we even get to Miami, they already told us me and 12 was good for the boat. It was a certain limit for the boat. And this is what the whole misunderstanding started over it was over a fucking boat, right? All right. So fast forward, we already at the condo, people start dispersing. So, you know, it's only me and 12 in the living room. Twin walks up to us like, yo, y'all know y'all can get your own boat. So we like, I'm kind of puzzled, because I'm like, what you mean we can get our own boat? It's 5 minutes before we leave. What you mean get our own boat? He was like, yo, my bad. I invited more people than expected, and it ain't no room for you on 12. So I'm like, yo, damn, I'm pretty sure y'all knew that before we got here. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure y'all knew that before we got here. And you know what I'm saying, where the condo was at was far from, you know, from where me and Twin was staying, because we had booked the condo. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I'm looking at Twin like, yo, bro, what the fuck I'm gonna get a boat from 5 minutes? You mean what you mean I can rent? I thought it was 2 seats on. So basically that's where the initial fallout came, because they invited me somewhere, and when I get there, the arrangements is switched over. So I'm hot about that. I'm mad about that. So that's what the initial, like, I didn't see them the rest of the trip while we was in Miami. I didn't go to no more parties with them. I was just like, yo, you know what? I was hot about it. You know what I'm saying? And it was a long time before I even got to speak to Juelz after that. Maybe a year went past. Like, I was just like, yo, you know what? That was some whack shit. They could like had me come all the way out here to come do certain things, and it's mixed up. So I'm just like, yo, you know what? I got money. I'ma just move on my own recognizance out here for the rest of the trip. And after that, like me and my man 12 kind of went back and forth because he's like, yo, these your niggas, how they gonna invite us out here and they leaving you out for drugs saying you can get your own. And it was like it was that's where the initial fallout came, because I'm going back and forth with my man now, and I'm not instantly, he looking at me like, I thought these was your, and I was just like, yo bro, shit happens. We got money. It's Miami. It's Memorial Day weekend. Let's just enjoy the rest of the weekend. Fuck it. We ain't gotta go party with Meek and them, and this, that, and the third, and whatever, bro. I know you want to enjoy. I know you want to experience that. I wish I could have granted that to you, bro. I know you spent your money to come out here. You know what I'm saying? Had your girl rent the condo for us. But let's not let this affect our weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever, bro. If they ain't got no space for us, it's all good. So that's where the initial fallout come from. So I was just like, yo, you know what? Rest of that trip was kind of off. Like I said, me and my man 12 started arguing because he felt like I was being played or shaded or something like that. And I was just like, yo, you know what? I'm not going to even take it. I'm like, it's whatever, bro. Let's just have a good time. You got a pocket full, I got a pocket full. Let's just enjoy the rest of the couple of days we out here. But like I said, I wound up leaving my man 12 because we got into an argument, and my bro Ciellas, which has the same birthday as me. Shout out to my brother Ciellas, one of the youngest to ever do it from Syracuse, New York. DJ, trendsetter when it come to blending music. He like one of the top dogs of that. So him and his wife was out there for the weekend. So I wound up linking with them. And I'm not going to even speak about how awkward it was after that, but that's where the initial fallout came. How me and Joel started to even talk again, and I don't even know how we get to this, to where we not even speaking now, because I went to his wedding after that, and he reached out to me via Instagram and said that he wanted me to do the intro to the last Diplomatic album, the Diplomat album that was put out a few years ago, due to the fact that Trav, shout out to Trav, MBB, he did the intro to the tape, so I did the outro. So I said, yo, that's kind of dope. I did the outro on the intro on the first album. This the last Diplomat album. I might as well do the outro, grand opening, grand closing, which I was very grateful. You know, Joel's made that happen. He was like, I told them to put you on the album, you know what I'm saying? I think it would be dope. So I want, you know, after all that Miami shit, Joel's reached out and, you know, put me on the album, and we was kicking it. He invited me to his wedding, went to his wedding, and this around the time Joel's went to prison, like right after that, right? So by the time when he went to prison, he had to go do his time, and I did an interview with Queen's Flip, and Queen's Flip asked me when Joel's was going through what he was going through, and that's exactly how he worded verbatim, did you help him? And I was like, of course, when my bro was in his dark days, I've helped him, I've been there for him, and this, that, and the third. And then we got into the talking about drinking the lean and stuff like that. And I don't think Joel's took kind to that. You know what I'm saying? I think he kind of took that to offense. And I wasn't even putting him out there like that. I basically said at the time, a few of us was indulging in sipping codeine and promethazine, you know what I'm saying? Because, and not that we, you know what I'm saying? We was young, and it was like, you know, it was, you just trying to have fun and enjoy yourself. You really don't know the effects of what this shit can really do to you. So, I don't think he took kind to that. And I told Flip, I was like, the stuff that you asking me, I think it's better off if you ask Juelz when he come home. I didn't get to it. And to kind of take the light off of Juelz, I kind of put it on myself too. I put myself out there like, yeah, I used to indulge. I've partaken in the going out to Houston and Texas, and my guys, this is when activists was really popping. You know what I'm saying? It's discontent. You can't even find a bottle of activists. You got a bottle of activists, you can sell that to about $60,000 right now. Probably 3,000-4,000 just for a little line. That's how rare it is because it's discontinued. But when I was partaking, I was getting it straight from Houston, drink, you know what I'm saying, putting Jolly Ranchers stuff in it, Jolly Ranchers and Hawaiian punches and stuff, and you know what I'm saying? It just didn't get to a stage of addiction for me. You know what I'm saying? It was something that I partake in if it was around, or if it was around, sometimes I wouldn't even ask for a cup, you know what I'm saying? But that's where the initial fallout came, and I've seen Juelz after that, and we didn't say nothing to each other, and just so happens we were back in Miami. I was out there for the Floyd Mayweather and I think, what was it, Jake Paul fight, one of those that weekend. And we was walking from one side of the Blue Fountain Hotel. He seen me, I seen him. We didn't acknowledge each other, and I thought that was kind of fucked up because it fucked me up the rest of the day. I was like, yo, because that's my brother, that's my man. You know what I'm saying? Me and him ain't full out with no female, no money or nothing. Like, this shit can be reconciled. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing malicious. You know what I'm saying? It just I believe we can sit down and, you know what I'm saying, even if we not the best of friends, I think we can be cordial and at least have a relationship to where we can speak to one another. Because I spent a lot of time with Juelz. I spent a lot of time around his family. I got to see all his kids born from the birth to where it is. His mother loved me. I knew his father. God bless his soul. OG Lou. Knew his grandfather. Knew his grandmother. So it's deeper than some rap shit. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, I lived with Juelz when he still has that home, the shit with the elevator in it. You know what I'm saying? It was a time where I ain't have to go home. I can go and come in the house and go in the refrigerator just like him in any of the places he ever had. From when he had his first condo to where he had his townhouse. So it's always been like a deep, and me and Juelz are from the same hood. And a person asked me, it was like, you know, we all make mistakes, man. You know what I'm saying? And as you get older, you start to realize a lot of shit that you fall out with people that you really care about is over some bullshit. Yeah, look at lady, for real, man. But yeah, that's a story without being malicious. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, you know, life goes on. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we gotta overlook the dumb shit though. You know what I'm saying? Niggas can't be dwelling on no dumb shit. Night session freestyle. That's a good dude. And like I said, man, I love the James family to death. You know what I'm saying? I done spent Christmases with them, birthdays, you know what I'm saying? Allowed to, and had access to things that other people wasn't allowed to have access to. Like, you can't ask, you as a friend, especially, and I'm talking about Juelz in his prime. And even though I was always a hustler and always had my own, it was never a situation where I ever had to ask Juelz for anything. Because if I needed it, and I asked them for it, I'm pretty sure I could have got it. But I've never been in a position where I really had to ask Jewels for it. And that's one thing Jewels respected about me. He always said, yo, you a hustler. If I might do certain things for others because they might not, that might not be their thing, how you get your bread, or you know what I'm saying, or they might not, you know what I'm saying, they might just don't have the ability to hustle, or that's not them. So I've always appreciated you being able to be an independent while being around me, and it takes weight off my back. I don't have to feed you. I don't have to give you weed. I don't have to pay for nothing. You come to the studio fly. You might come with a pair of boots for me or something like this, or vice versa. So it's never been, I've never fell out, because that be the stigma. Niggas is falling out over money. Nah, it don't be about money. It be the smallest thing that ego get in the way, and you don't realize that shit until sometimes it be too late. Sometimes it be too late to mend relationships because so much time passed. But if you truly love a person and know they got a good heart, Els have a great heart. Twin have a great heart. They come from good families. You know what I'm saying? They come from good fucking families. You know what I'm saying? And niggas is not bad people. You know what I'm saying? And you know, everybody has their ups and downs, but I'll never lose the respect that I have for the James family. I don't even have to speak to them, but I have a highly great respect, and that's coming from the bottom of my heart on some real shit. I can be transparent. That's why I come to my platform to let you know, rappers, actors, we all go through the same pains, the same loves, the same, just in different, variations of things, but we all go through the same things. And I come in and be vulnerable and just tell it. Some people come up here and try to be malicious on their platforms. That's not what I'm about. I know y'all probably seen me going back and forth with Homeboy a few months ago, but that's not even my character. But now if you push me, I can be an asshole, I can be comedian, funny, all that. I can do all that. Nobody's not gonna bully me. I fight fire with fire. He even say in the Bible, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. I'm gonna go to wherever you gonna take it. But me, I'm not partaking in no more negativity. I'm not taking in no more low frequency shit, because it's not worth nothing. Because all it's gonna do is get somebody hurt, get somebody incarcerated, or somebody gonna die. You know what I'm saying? So why even indulge in those things when you know those is the results of that type of the consequences of your actions? So I'm not tripping on none of that. You know what I'm saying? But just like incidents with Ice Spice, man, we got to be mindful of what type of people out here. You know what I'm saying? We got to be mindful. And even with the Danza interview, I never want to take credit for nothing. I just want to show people that I was more than I was more than just a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I thought being an idealist would help me achieve certain things, whether it was accolades, whether it was money, whether it was just props. That sometimes I didn't do shit for money. Sometimes I did things just for niggas to be like, nah, that nigga I know what he talking about. So when it came to the Chris Brown song, it was nothing that I want to take glory for. I just want to know niggas that I was a part of that move. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I document everything and I keep receipts for everything. You know what I'm saying? So it was never, I've been around Joel's most of his career, and I've did what a friend's supposed to do when a person is in a winning situation, and you have an idea, and you know what I'm saying? I believe in whoever's got the ball in their hand, that's the one we back up. If it's my turn, everybody go hard for me. If it's your turn, everybody go hard for you. If it's her turn, everybody go hard for her. Everybody put the same energy behind everybody projects. We all gonna win. I love to do joint ventures. I love to collab because everybody has greatness in them. You know what I'm saying? I don't limit nobody's greatness. I always was open-hearted, even with the Scar Gang thing. When Star came around, I accepted Star as my sister. When Depp came around, when Nero came around, when Neef, when everybody, when Slow Bucks, I've never had a discrepancy with nobody. But due to the fact that egos And sometimes just not sitting down and communicating in the right ways always builds up some type of negative traction. And, you know, shout out to everybody that's very successful from the lineage that I'm from. I be happy with a smile on my face every time I see Slow posts or Bucks posts or someone from their lineage like Randy from Godspeed. Randy used to just come to the studio and just to support us, wear Skull Gang shirt, play video games all day. Look, now he got one of the most successful clothing brands in America, which is Godspeed. I got to see that birth from jackets to where they at now. It's a beautiful thing to see people change their lives. If you don't love to see people turn from a seed into a blossom into a beautiful rose from the concrete, you just a fucking hater. And that's the type of motherfuckers I don't want to be. I love to see niggas win. Because that's where I come from. I come from a family, a crew called the Confused Room. Makeda Davis, Ronnie Henson, China, my man Jamil, he's a Confused Room brother. Roz, down to the dog, Miss Piggy. Miss Brogdon, she accepted me in her home when I was 18 years old, and I stayed there for a few years. First couple of days I was in Roz's house, I had a record deal on the table. If I moved in on Tuesday, I had a record deal by Friday. On God. That easy. That quick, not easy. Barry Hankerson see me, fell in love with me, and damn near passed me a blank check. What you want? What you need? You know what I'm saying? So Allah has granted me to be put in the right places with some beautiful people that I'm still in touch with to this day. We just lost a member of the Confused Room, which is my guy James. Shout out to James. Shout out to his son, little Sammy. And yo, it's just like life has been lifing. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to do this conversation with my man Ronnie Henson, man. Like Ronnie, he introduced me and got me acquainted with Bryce Wilson. He, like Ross initially introduced me to Bryce, but to where I was a family member, Ron brought me in around Jimmy Henchman, around the Haitian Jacks. We got stories for days. Like, I really been around this shit, the shit that y'all read in books and see in documentaries. I was right there. I can tell you these stories with no fables. I can tell you the car that Jimmy Henchman was in, or Haitian Jack was in, the color of the face, the rollie that Haitian Jack had on when I met him, the leather jacket, the cologne, all that type of shit, like down to the detail, because I was there. I was involved with a lot of shit from the beginning. That's been my flex in life, being around things, seeing them become classic, become history. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna get that nowhere else. But like I said, man, so we have to stop having these situations like Ice Spice, man, all celebrities, man. Pay attention to your surroundings. Keep you somebody that's gonna help guard your life, because you gotta get back home to your family and take care of your business. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for supporting me. Hit the like button, hit the subscription. If you not subscribed here, hit the subscription, man. Come up here. There's a lot of original content. It's gonna be hitting the channel. A lot of merch, you know, dope conversations. And, you know, if you wanna come to a platform that's moving on a high frequency of intelligence and entertainment also, come over there and get you a piece of pie, man. Positive internet energy, man. That's all that I serve over here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, shout out to everybody. Much success. I put all my friends and family in my du'as. I be on my knees for a long time because there be so many names that I say, because I want to make sure Allah hear me and cover these people that I'm shouting their names out, so they have a beautiful day. Because everybody that I'm acquainted with not Muslim, you know what I'm saying, but I still pray for them. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, until next time, hit the like button, hit the subscription, share. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And until next time, peace.